The 5 best Willem Defoe movie performances. Willem Defoe is one of the most versatile, recognizable, risk-taking and talented actors of cinema for more than 3 decades already. Even making a list of consisting only 5 performances is hard enough, considering how diverse his filmography and roles are. He has done all genres and worked with countless authors from all over the world.
Dreams, and it's only the beginning.
His voice can be heard on a Lou Reed album and a James Bond video game. He's done experimental theatre, and his unique facial expressions gave birth to countless internet memes. As Wim Wenders' Far Away So Close describes him, he is the Christ and the Antichrist of cinema. Defoe made his feature film debut in Catherine Bigelow's Loveless, and after all these years is still going strong. He still balances big Hollywood films, John Wick, Fault in Our Stars, Murder of the Orient Express, Aquaman, with small independent films. First, The Last Temptation of Christ.
Making a good profit? Fair.
1988. Martin Scorsese's controversial masterpiece saw Defoe in one of his strongest and most powerful turns. One of the greatest films ever made on a religious figure, The Last Temptation of Christ, aims to be a fictional exploration of the eternal spiritual conflict. The battle between the spirit and the flesh, as Nikos Kazantzakis summarized the theme of his novel. Jesus is typically shown in a divine way in most of the films, but Last Temptation of Christ focuses more on his human side rather than the divine side and explores the conflict between both sides. Defoe is utterly compelling in his role. He captures the half-human, half-divine postulation of Jesus by portraying him as a man not fully comfortable in either mode. He's been told that he is the Messiah the Jews have been waiting for, but he isn't ready to accept it yet. He's afraid of God's love and his purpose for him, and he dreads the consequences of becoming God's chosen. Unfortunately, the controversy around the film hurt Defoe's award chances. He was not nominated for a single prize for his work here. But it remains as one of the most powerful works, also probably one of the most complex characters. By the way, bit of a trivia here. Willem could not see for 3 days during the shooting because he got too many eye drops to dilate the pupils of his eye in bright sunlight to achieve a superhuman effect. Second, Wild at Heart. With those probing eyes and wide devilish grin, there's an inescapably menacing quality about Willem Defoe that directors have gleefully exploited over the years. There's hardly a more disgusting character in Defoe's back catalogue, or indeed in David Lynch's own formidable gallery of oddballs, than Bobby Peru, the odious hitman lurking at the fringes of Lynch's crime odyssey, Wild at Heart. It's not just the outward appearance that's off-putting, with those generous prosthetic gums jutting beneath a pencil-moustached upper lip, but the innate sliminess of a man who speaks almost exclusively in the third person and thinks nothing of using sexual assault as a means of intimidation. Third, The Florida Project. If Brooklyn Prince was the heart of this wonderful film, it was Defoe who gave it soul. As the manager of the motel, the film sets in. Defoe plays a father figure to children characters here and desperately tries to make their lives better. It's such a soulful, beautiful turn with so many amazing moments. Just watch his reaction to a potential predator hanging around those kids, how he acts friendly at first and how he explodes later on. He doesn't even need to talk for audiences to feel his pain caused by what he keeps witnessing from his everyday work. You can see it in the scene before the ending or just in those silent moments when he smokes in the dark. It's possible not to feel the sympathy for the character. And that scene with the birds? Amazing. Previously, there had been only one character in history to win all 3 major film critiques awards. That is the New York, LA National Society, along with NBR Award, then suddenly lose the Oscar. It was Michelle Pfeiffer, Fabulous Baker Boys, up until this year when the same thing happened to Defoe. He was critics' darling. Everybody predicted him to win, but suddenly he started to lose his frontrunner status and soon after his Oscar. 4.
Where are you?
Spiderman. Arguably his most widely seen performance, thanks to his highly memorable work as Norman Osborn and Green Goblin, Defoe introduced himself to new younger generations of fans and many people from all over the world. Still, even the people who are not interested in cinema can recognize him as the Green Goblin guy. It is more than that though. The way he uses his voice and how he delivers his lines are incredibly entertaining. Sam Raimi is a master of making a mix of horror and comedy, and becomes most evident in the mirror scene probably, where the result is slightly comic due to its over-the-top nature and at the same time frightening. Only an actor with a massive talent like that could pull it off. Even though seeing him in costume limits us from seeing his facial expressions, the performance still remains great thanks to the voice work, which he keeps changing. He also did most of his stunts in the film by himself. 5. Pasolini. One cinematic provocator pays tribute to another in Pasolini. Abel Ferrara's offbeat bio of Italian filmmaker-poet Pier Paolo Pasolini, played here by Willem Defoe in a rare lead role. While the spirit of the long-gone author dominates the picture from the great beyond, snippets of Pasolini's formerly unrealized work, here finally brought to screen by Ferrara, make for some of the film's most spellbinding moments. Defoe's unflashy embodiment of the man briefly brings him back to life. Now, in his 60th year, Willem Defoe has for the past 3.5 decades been one of the most interesting faces in American cinema. A natural character actor destined to liven up sporting roles and bit parts by virtue of his striking look and distinct rasp of a voice alone. Defoe reminds in Pasolini that he can be at his most commanding when made of films and a filmmaker's focal point. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more such videos. Click the bell icon to receive more updates.